A very good morning, my name is Fabio and welcome back to another daily market outlook. Here for the major dollar pairs, I'm going to be explaining where I expect these pairs to be heading next. So starting off with the dollar index, first of all, here on the 4-hour time frame. The 4-hour at the moment is bearish after pretty much liquidating the highs over here and getting all the stop losses, or taking the external range liquidity, or whatever you want to call this. We can see that we reversed very heavily in towards the downside, saw a break of structure, pulled back in towards this area of supply over here, and from there we continued back down lower. On the 4-hour, what I'm looking for at the moment is at this area of supply over here, potentially a push in towards there, and then potentially a further downside push back down in towards this area of demand over here. That is kind of pretty much my game plan for today. Maybe we might move up even higher, then I will still be looking for a short. Only until we break this area of supply, I will be looking for longs on the dollar. So that is pretty much what I'm looking at over here on the dollar index. Moving on in towards the daily time frame, what we can see on the daily is that we saw, again, liquidity taken above that high. We saw a change of character over here on this low over here, and we then saw the push down. We saw a pullback in towards that supply zone, and now we're looking for that downside continuation. For now, it is looking bearish. We already pretty much tapped in towards this area of demand, so we still have this fresh area of demand open. So that would be my target for the dollar index next, if we see that follow through on the 4-hour time frame. Now, moving onwards in towards EURUSD. EURUSD at the moment has been pushing up higher once again. We can see that we're kind of stuck after seeing that break of structure over here. This is the overall impulse pullback. We have been looking for further downside continuation. A shift in the overall structure has now happened. We saw a bullish change of character over here on this daily high, meaning we then saw a pullback in towards this area of demand, and from there we're now seeing a further upside push. So it is looking like the euro dollar, wants to push up higher from a daily perspective, what I just explained. Then going in towards the 4-hour, we can obviously see that also on the 4-hour time frame we saw a break of structure. So this high over here got broken, pull back in towards the downside. Now on the 4-hour time frame, what have we seen? We've seen a shift in the overall momentum because we've seen a change of character. This high over here got broken, meaning this is now your demand zone. Looking for today something like this, targeting this area of supply. If we just push straight up in towards that supply zone, we could look for a short from there. If we push down further in towards the downside first, then we look for longs from here. So that is euro dollar for you. Then moving on in towards Aussie dollar. So Aussie dollar over here on the 4-hour time frame, currently reacting to this area of supply over here, but it's not very significant, but it could cause pretty much a reaction. Aussie dollar at the moment is a little bit messier. I would say let's just keep an eye on pretty much this area of consolidation and how we react to that. If we don't really see a reaction, I would still prefer to go long from these lower levels and kind of like liquidate the lows over here. There's a lot of liquidity open above this high, above this high, above this high, above this high, and above this high. So I would not be surprised if we do see kind of like a rapid increase in price very, very soon. So keep your eyes open for this area of demand over here, and otherwise this lower area of demand for those potential longs. That is pretty much my advice. Then going in towards the daily. On the daily, we can see that we're very still stuck inside this consolidation area, resistance, support, pretty much that. Now moving on in towards pound dollar. So pound dollar also stuck inside a range, guys. Again, resistance over here and support over here. However, looking at the daily over here, what we can see is that we saw a change of character, bullish break over here, pull back in towards the downside, getting your demand, and then from there kind of like pushing up higher again. Now looking to really trade pound dollar back in towards this overall body, this buy before the sell, before then looking for any potential shorts. Going in towards the 4-hour time frame, it is also looking good still for some further upside. I mean, it's not the cleanest pair, but let's just follow the overall order flow, and at the moment this is pretty much our area of interest over here, where we could look for those potential longs to trade pound dollar up higher. That is pretty much what I have on the books for now. No real shorts as of yet, until we kind of like see a higher level of price achieved. Moving on in towards Kiwi dollar, so NZDUSD. So NZDUSD is currently reacting kind of like to what they call a double top. So over here, this area of supply, kind of liquidating this high over here and now pushing down lower. I mean, it doesn't, or let's say, okay, fractal structure wise, we should now move up higher from here, as this is the fractal high. That would mean that this is your area of demand, this bullish imbalance candle. So we could move up higher from there. If we break the low over here, then I would just see it trickle down lower. Then keep an eye out on this demand zone. It's kind of like an indecisive region for price over here on NZDUSD. If we break and we start pushing and we start breaking this high again, I will definitely look for longs and trading up in towards here before then looking for for a short. That is pretty much the game plan that I have for Kiwi dollar. I'm not really interested in any shorts as of yet, more interested in some potential longs for now, in line with the overall kind of like dollar outlook. So yeah, that's NZDUSD for you. Last of all, gold. Gold pushed up higher, guys, as expected once again. Remember what I mentioned about the fundamentals now already since Friday. Still looking for longs, just continue to look for longs. I mean, that is it. Not the cleanest of price action. I got some demand situated over here with some liquidity building up beneath these lows. So maybe something like this would be nice. Keep my eyes open for that. If we see some kind of like quick drop, then look for longs from here. If we kind of see a momentum shift inside of that demand zone be created. So that's it for today, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Wish you all a fantastic day and speak soon.